2, 1. And we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to ACG, where we're just a couple gamers. It's your boy Smooth, and I have the incredible Smash with me here today. Say what's up, Smash.
Hello, guys.
And of course, we have the king of server 4. Say what's up, Vadim.
Hello, guys.
This is a wonderful episode. I have the 2 whales of War Elite with me again today. I'm sorry I keep calling you guys whales. I swear it's nothing have to do with your figure. But this is episode 35 entitled The Sea Battle Tournament. We're making up our own tournament here today, guys. That's what we're doing. Why? Well, because we can. And because this is going to be the first ever War Elite tournament. And I want everybody to understand that this tournament is just going to be for fun. Okay? We're still trying to figure out how we're going to do it. We're still going to figure out when we're going to do it. The only thing we really know is that we are going to do it. But in order to figure all these things out, I could not possibly have, 2 better people here with me today to try and figure this stuff out. And I really appreciate you guys for being here. What do you guys think about this? You guys have any thoughts in regards to the Sea Battle Tournament other than the fact that we're having a hard time pairing? Oh, wait, Ash Bash, you are here with me. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Guys, I did not mean to be rude. Ash Bash is with us. I thought she said she was taking her dog for a walk, and so she wasn't going to be in the chat. But hello, Ash Bash. How are you today?
I was just super quiet.
Okay.
I was just listening.
Well, thank you so much for being in here. I really appreciate it. And yeah, and I was not calling Ash Bash a whale. A lethal just let me know that was not okay. But yes, thank you so much.
Okay. Yes, of course.
Well, I mean,
I was about to remind you, you totally ignore Ash Bashi.
I'm so sorry, man. So sorry.
She's the queen of server 6, okay?
Yeah, we have the queen of server 6 here, guys. What the hell? Show some respect. God.
I don't feel.
Do you feel like a queen? Are they giving you enough respect and showing you enough respect, Ash?
Yeah.
Good, because if they're not, I'll break their kneecaps. Okay?
Awesome. Duly noted.
So, all right. So that way we're not talking over each other. I do want to go ahead and do this the same way we always do, where I'll ask the questions or we'll try and keep a rotation going here. So I guess first things first, I want to go around and get all of your guys' thoughts on this tournament. And I'll start with Smash, we'll go to Ash, and then we'll go to Vadim. Smash, what do you think about this tournament? Could it work? How's it going to work? And why? And we'll try and keep our answers kind of short so we can get around the entire circle.
All right. As we mentioned previously in the podcast, the reason why it's so important for players to play Sea Battle. All right. So with this tournament, it's probably going to make players trying to set up their own team, right? So that it will actually helps in the matchmaking.
Right.
Right. But now we got to figure out how we actually going to allow the teams. Like for example, Team A is ready and Team D is ready. Right. How are we actually going to coordinate all these matches? Because I believe that not everybody get online at the same time, right? So maybe creating this their team for the Sea Battle tournament, they might need to put some effort into it, because it's preferably going to be the same team, so that you have better coordination among yourself, rather than mixing and matching around. That's how I feel.
So you think it's going to help? Like, just you think it'll help the situation by trying to bring this tournament to the community?
Yeah, why not?
That's what I'm hoping for. What about you, Ash?
I think Matt pretty much covered it completely. I'm just hoping anything that brings more attention to this event in general, I think would just be amazing. That way we can see more people playing that event in general.
That's what I was thinking, to be honest. Well, that's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping for, anyways.
Right.
And Vadim, what about you, my friend?
I would think like anything that can boost the activity of the game would be very nice. I think it's pretty much the same as it was Smash and Ash said. But the issue is like I think something needs to be improved on the matchmaking system to facilitate this competition like we propose. That's what I want to say.
Well, what are some things that we could possibly do? Because, you know, we talked about making a tab in the Discord. We talked about doing that to try like a recruiting tab for Sea Battle. We were basically told that probably wouldn't work due to language barriers. But I feel like there's got to be other things that we could do that could definitely help try and get more players to have easy. Is there a like an all server chat anywhere?
No.
No. Only during silver versus silver.
Do you think an all server chat in game would work where it's only recruiting? Just trying to recruit for it?
I think like PUBG, like if you have played that game, like
Yes.
there should be there is a channel. You can only send squad invitation, nothing else. You cannot type in the chat.
I think that would be great. I think that would work, or at least it would be the beginning of something that might work.
Because like under the current the player base, if you open up all server chat, it's just another place for installs and all kinds of stuff. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Well, in regards to an actual tournament, right? Because we are having problems pairing, I was thinking that for at least the first tournament, until they fix the pairing system, or give us something that will fix the player system, the pairing system, I was thinking we could alter the rules of the tournament so that way you don't exactly need a full team. If you can't get a full team, you can't get a full team, right? Also, how could we alter the rules where it's not just about an overall victory win? Because it's really not fair to imagine that a team has more players than the other team or better players than the other team, right? If you're signing up for the tournament, it should kind of be individual based. So I was kind of throwing ideas back and forth to Vadim earlier, and he said something pretty cool, I thought. He was like, well, what if we do it based off MVP? The player with the most MVPs, like let's just say we do 3 rounds. Each player can participate 3 times. The player with the most MVPs, or I even said, well, what about the player who got the treasure the most times, or something like that. I just want to see what you guys think, that some individual rules might be fun, some things that we should leave out, or maybe some things that we should add. What do you think, Smash?
For me, I personally feel that I will vouch for the MVP. Right, because a lot of people play sea battles, they have different objective. Like for instance, the way I play, usually I will focus on capturing the structures in the beginning stage. Right, then when the ghost ship timers is almost up, then I will recall my troops and I'll send them to the ghost ship to support the guy who is escorting the ghost ship back to his city or our harbor or our structure. That's why this is how I usually play. So if we're gonna be fixed on, let's say for example, and even if this is the start of play, I do not necessarily get the MVP most of the time.
No, like there are different medals. After the end of each medal, you have Treasure Hunter, you have the War Maniac, you have the Field Lore, CD Conqueror. I actually take that back. I say you can do a weighted sum of all the medals you receive. For example, you have MVP is weighted as 5, and you have Treasure Hunter weighted as 3. You can do all the weighted sum to determine like the total score, something like that. That's just my idea.
Can you say that last part again? I didn't understand the last part.
Like take a weighted sum of all the medals you receive over a certain amount of battles.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Okay. What do you think, Ash Bash? What sounds good? What sounds bad? What might work?
I think the MVP idea was pretty solid. I actually have a question. It may be stupid considering how long I've played. What actually gives that player the MVP title? Is it more kills, more assists, or is it like more of them altogether?
Great question.
The total score. The total score. Who receives the highest amount of score gets the MVP title.
Score regarding like assists, kills, treasure.
Is it
like all of them add up? Yes.
Okay. That's what I was
So
wondering.
who captures most amount of treasure? Like gets the treasure hunter title, like the medal. Who has the highest total score gets the MVP medal.
Interesting.
And that's from collecting points from the buildings or just all together?
Occupation score or fighting score or the treasure score, like all together.
Okay.
That's actually pretty cool. So essentially, you cannot participate in the tournament and just try and get the treasure, or just try and fight. Like you have to you have to be like a well-rounded player for your team, essentially, right?
Sounds like it.
If you capture all the ghost ships, well, do nothing else, you're not gonna get the MVP title.
Okay. So essentially, it sounds like we're kind of agreeing on the MVP thing now.
I have sent a screenshot to the group chat.
I see, like, I think I can show you my medals. I have all types of medals. Yes.
One second, sorry. All right. So you sent
In the podcast chat.
I don't know why it's doing this. Oh, okay, I see. Okay.
Pull it up.
It's sideways for some reason.
Okay, let me send mine. Smash, you need to rotate your photo, okay?
One second, guys. We are bringing up pictures from inside the game, and this is as far as the medals go, right?
There are still other medals.
Let me send you mine.
Okay. So what is SVP? Is that second most valuable player?
I tell you, it's usually like when you win. If you win, like the one who gets the highest score on the losing side.
Okay. So now I guess the second thing we need to think about here is, should we do 3 rounds? Is it 3 rounds? You get to participate 3 times, and it's basically the best player win out of the 3 rounds. Because if we're doing MVP, and let's just say, for instance, just an example, but we only had 3 players that were participating in the tournament, and each person got MVP, then we have a tie, right? So it's like Go ahead.
Nope, sorry, I was saying hi to some stranger. You go ahead.
Yeah, what do you guys think? Smash, you think we should do it 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, what?
Minimum 5 times. I would say.
Say what?
Minimum 5 times.
Minimum of 5 times? I feel like you're just trolling right now. What do you think, Smash? Best
Alright,
out of,
because,
best out of 3?
if let's say we start at 3, as you mentioned earlier, per game there might be 1 MVP.
Mhm.
So how are we gonna? If it's a tie, then what does it? What does it? How is it gonna be? If it's a tie, because there's no pure winner.
Right. So you're saying that if we do it 3 times and we still have a tie, how do we predict? How do we figure out who the winner is?
So I told you, you should do a weighted sum because you can count like other medals as well.
Can you explain?
Or maybe we can do it like this: that MVP is a number of amount of points, SVIP a number of amount of points, then the other medals with a number of amount of points. So it's like a point system.
So the point system is the tiebreaker.
Yeah, for example, I might be MVP on the first match. I probably like get 5 points. Then maybe I got the construction. I mean the structure occupier medal. Maybe I get another 2 points. On the third game, maybe I get the healing medal. Then I probably get another 1 or 2 points. Then at a total of 3 matches, the total point, we will have a winner. Because the medals given out to the players are all different. So we actually need to find out and give out the points for each individual medal.
I can show you like what types of medals. Like I think I pretty much receive all the medals like in the past, like all types of medals. I play the most. I think it's like MVP, SVP, Field Lord, Top Attacker, Treasure Hunter, City Conqueror, Best Support, and War Maniac. What?
I like the whole point-based system for a tiebreaker. I like that a lot.
8 types of medals over here.
Okay, so let's say 3 times. Can we all get a yay or a nay on 3 times? Because this is a group decision here, y'all. We are setting the and again I just want to clarify to everybody. This is our first. So everything is subject to change after this, right? This is to see if it works, how well it works, and then we'll figure everything out as we go. But I like the idea of going 3 times, and I like the idea of the point system for a tiebreaker. Does that everybody sound good for everybody?
I say yay.
Smash?
All right.
Vadim?
I think it's good.
All right, cool. All right, so we've nailed that part down. All right. Welcome Wraith. Welcome Killer Queen. Thank you so much. Lethal, thank you for being in here as moderator. This is looking good, guys. This is looking good. We are figuring things out. And okay. So is there any way that we can try and pair up in a sea battle just for the players that might not have ever even participated in this, and just give them an idea what we're talking about? And then also, as we're playing, maybe we will, because we have our eyes on the prize and we're actually looking at the system, we might be able to come up with something else really cool that we haven't thought of yet. I mean, if I can't pair and one of you guys can pair and just get in, I don't even mind sharing. If you guys share your screen or whatever we got to do.
If you want me to explain like the types of medals you can get, like I can share my screen if you want.
Well, right now I would like to focus on how Sea Battle actually works, which is occupying the buildings, right? And also, we have never talked about a strategy. One thing that I noticed is that it's so chaotic and everybody is just going everywhere, that I feel like if there was an actual strategy and people actually went in with a plan, you would not see that at all. You would not see people everywhere. You would not see people not knowing what they're doing. You would not see as many people getting beat on the territories that they're on, right? Like the different buildings. I mean, I was getting my ass whooped because I was the only one in certain buildings. Meanwhile, they were coming at me 3 ships at a time, right? So they were working together, and I was getting my ass whooped. So that's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about what strategies work in Sea Battle, what players aren't doing. One of the things that Vadim caught me doing was I thought I knew how to preset my march, and I did preset my march, but I forgot to preset my march with the correct capos. So none of my capos were the same. Like I had a tough guy, I had an archer, I had a cavalry. Like it was awful. We have Wraith in here. Wraith says, "Yeah, you attacked me at the end, LOL." No, we're not doing a tournament right now. If we can get into a sea battle, that would be great. Yeah, we're talking about the tournament. Yeah, so what are some things that might work? Why aren't more players working together? The quick answer for me as to why players aren't working together is because it's very random, and a lot of servers don't have enough players from their own families to actually play, so they get stuck with playing with players on their team that they don't even know, and so therefore they don't have time to come up with a strategy. When it comes to actual like going up against teams that are all on the same server or all on the same family, have you ever came across a team that just worked together the whole time?
I was able to form a team of 5 from server 4, but since I already reached diamond rank, I cannot pair with anybody other than Sergeant Koto. So I can only form a team of 2 at the moment.
Well, that's a good thing and a bad thing. That's a good thing because we're bringing attention to this, and because most players can't even afford to find enough players to have a full team, I do think that if we, and I do mean like when I say we, I mean all of us here on the podcast, if we can show them that you can work together to form a full team, right? Let's just say all of us end up on a team together or something, and we come up with a strategy that works. That would be because we would be the first to kind of do it, right? We'd be the first to put together a team, have a strategy, make it work, and then obviously broadcast it to the rest of the community. That's huge. So
let me shoot you an invite just to show you why you cannot pair with me.
What are you doing?
I can shoot you an invitation, so you will see like why you cannot get into my team.
Okay.
Okay, let me just do that. Let me just find your villa.
But then, of course, to finish what I was saying is also a bad thing, obviously, because people can't pair, and so because people can't pair, they can never actually form a strategy that works. But it would be really cool, I think, to be the first. All 4, us 4 plus 1, we get a team together and we're like, okay guys, this is exactly what we're doing. At first we're all going to take our own territory, like our own building, right? Like our own lighthouse or whatever. And then as soon as the observatory or whatever the hell that other building is, we all go for it at the same time, right? Or we have one person watching to tell us where to go. So if all of us, because you can't see the whole map. You can see it blinking on the mini map, but it's hard to see all the territories on the full map. But if we had one person playing scout, for instance, saying, okay guys, you got, like, let's say we're on the blue team, guys, you got 4 reds going to this, right? Then we all know, drop everything we're doing and go to that location. But it's hard if there's no communication.
I would like to share something.
Yeah.
For strategies like this, I think for Sea Battle, because of the players involved in each team and the timing given per match is kind of pretty small and short, but it's actually workable if it's on the island war. Because for island war, you will be a 30 versus 30 player per side, and the duration of the game is actually much longer. So actually, I have similar experience playing similar concept like this like Island War. So what we had was that we have our top side and bottom side team. So out of 30 players, we will actually divide them into a couple of teams. We will divide them to the top and the bottom team. And then we will have our rally leaders. We will have our garrison personnel. Right, we have the mid team, which is the ghost ship. Right, we have a team that actually involved that is actually taking care of the ghost ship. All right, and then we actually set up timing for the top and bottom team to actually go and assist the mid team when they are fighting for the ghost ship. So there's actually strategy planned out, but it's just that we do not get enough players for me to try to share this kind of planning out, and for players to get used to it so that we can execute it in a very smooth way that we can do a podcast.
I like that. I honestly like the idea of having that many players. You said it's 30 versus 30?
Yes, for Island War. It's a 30 versus 30.
Players on the map, bro?
Yep. But for Sea Battle,
players.
Huh?
30 versus 30 is each side can have up to 30 players, but actually it never gets to that number.
yes, correct. Which is why I never implemented any of the strategy that I had before, because I do not have the players to play.
That's crazy to me. Wow, dude. 30 versus
Sea Battle is 5 versus 5. Sea Battle is like that, yeah.
And because Sea Battle is a 5 versus 5, per player can only send out 3 much. So it defeats the purpose of us trying to set up a rally, right? Because it will actually affect the whole team. If 5 players all send their send 1 much to a rally, and they will have 5 matches lesser on the field to try to capture buildings or probably even try to support certain buildings or fighting. So for Sea Battle, it's pretty hard to come up with a very specific kind of strategy, right? But just only a very simplified one.
I think the most important thing is you need to secure the harbor that's like closer. There's 2 harbors in the beginning of the match. And
Yes, correct.
2 harbors very like on your side. Because like when the enemy is teleport next to your base, you're gonna suffer. That's the very first thing to do.
Wait. What is the very
just-
first thing to do?
You need to secure the 2 harbors on your side.
Oh,
The 2
gotcha.
harbors, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and
In the very beginning.
I've never done it before. Sea Battle was my first experience. Besides Duel in the North, which obviously you guys know, I was like a newborn baby that couldn't even hold his head up when Duel in the North came around. So I could not help you guys, but I was there. I could say I was there. But yeah, Sea Battle was my first experience. I can't imagine a 30 on 30. That just sounds crazy. Were people actually able to pair? Like, did you actually see 30 versus 30? There was actually 60 players?
No.
No.
Okay.
No, I've never seen that.
Okay. So it seems like if we can get Sea Battle to work, then what's the other one called?
Island War.
Island War. It seems like we can get Sea Battle to work, and this brings more people from the community to try and do this, or it makes the devs be like, okay, we need to fix this now. Then that gives me hope for Island War. That makes me feel like that's a possibility, and I feel like this is a good first step, because 5 on 5, that's doable. 30 on 30 at this point, not so much. But if we can get this is a good start, right? A good step in the right direction.
Right, 5 on 5 for Sea Battle is letting these players get used to the gameplay. Right, so that when they eventually, because Island War is actually alliance versus alliance, right? So start off with the smaller scale, which is like the sea battle, 5-on-5, get used to the game, right? Learn about the game, then move on to the next stage, which is the island war.
This is interesting. This makes me feel like we were supposed to do this. I feel like we were supposed to try and make this work. That way, when it comes time for Island War, like the system will probably be fixed by then, hopefully, and we'll have a lot more people that already got practice in on Sea Battle. But as far as the actual, like, again, working together goes and stuff, have you ever seen a strategy that works? I know, Vadim, you said that you've got a team together one time, but have you ever fought another team of 5 that were actually working together? Have you seen? I just want to know, does it work? Does it work if you get all of your teammates doing this? Because it seems like, and again, I don't have the experience. I've only actually been in Sea Battle a couple times, but it seems like as soon as we occupy a building, they see us move from that building to go somewhere else, they take it, right? There has to be somebody there. You have to have a march. Now, I do believe you can only have 2 marches per person in Sea Battle, correct?
3.
3 marches. Okay, I'm sorry, 3 marches.
3.
So it should be like, there should be a rule of thumb, you would think, right? Have 2 of your marches holding a location, and then have 1 of your marches to do what? Because it doesn't make sense if you're the only person on that lighthouse and you take your march away. Now it's vulnerable. It can be taken immediately, right?
I will say, like, in the mid stage, the fort is the most important building you need to secure. You can give up lighthouse for fort if you want.
You said you can keep the lighthouse what?
No, you can give up the lighthouse for the fort.
Oh, okay. Okay, because you get more points?
Yes.
Okay. So, would you say that a strategy would be what? You're going to take the lighthouses first, and then as soon as the other location becomes open, everybody sends their 3rd march there at the same time? And then leave the rest of your marches where they were, or what? Because there's got to be a strategy, guys. I'm sorry, but there is a strategy that works. We're just not talking about it. I played other Mafia games very similar. They have the same exact event. It just looks differently. And you, like, these players, they don't have a problem pairing, and they do not do it without a strategy. There's always a strategy. So either we're just not talking about it, or we just don't know it exists, but there's got to be something. What do you think?
So, like, before the ghost ship appears, you should occupy as many buildings as possible, but the most important buildings can be the fort because it gives the highest amount of occupation score.
Okay. So the fort is the number 1 priority.
Yes.
But
And it's very easy to defend.
okay. So somebody was gonna say something. I didn't hear what it was.
Well, I guess I could just add kind of off of based off what Smash said. Just as long as, like, you communicate together as a team, 1 or even 2 players, like me, Mock, and Smash were playing the other day. Me and Mock would sit at the ghost ship, and Smash would go around and collect buildings, so that we kind of were prioritizing on collecting as much points as possible. It sucks when the other 2 players were in a different alliance, so we could not communicate with them. But that is important, and I think it sucks though when a player is trying to get that MVP score, because then if they're not able, they have a specific, like, plan that we have them doing. That's kind of where it sucks if that player is going to try and get that MVP score, unless they can still get that by doing so. I don't know. Sea Battles, I haven't done it a lot, kind of like you, Smooth, so it's kind of all new to me too.
Mm-hmm.
The easiest way to get score, I actually think, is fighting instead of grabbing a ghost ship. Like, ghost ship is like it adds the score for the entire team, but not much for personal score.
Yeah. So So basically, it's like if we all have a plan, and then you got some guy that's just trying to be MVP, and he goes rogue and he's doing his own thing, it's definitely going to pull us back. I noticed that last night when we were playing with Machiavelli. It seemed like Maki and I were doing the same things, but then like there was a couple guys I noticed just had their ships parked by the ghost ship, and they were just sitting there doing nothing, waiting for the treasure to come up. But within that time period, we lost a lot of points.
He spent all the time targeting me.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. So, yeah, I completely understand. I get MVP just by fighting, says Wraith. Yeah, well, I mean, we have Wraith in here too. Wraith, while you're here, can you give us any insight into what you've seen? How often do you do sea battle? You know, what are you seeing? Are you seeing strategies that work? What are you seeing while you're out there? What do you think might work when it comes to this tournament? And what do you think about the tournament in general? Just some questions for you. If you want to put it in the live chat, we'd appreciate it. I do think this is something that's going to get the community excited. But I also, at the same time, with the current pairing system, I think people are going to be very dubious as to whether or not this is going to work at all. So I don't know. I'm kind of excited, and at the same time, I'm kind of scared that it won't work. But there's only one way to find out, I guess. But I guess let's talk about the most important thing right now, and that is how do we organize this with the current messed up pairing system?
Maybe the best way is like you create a chat group, and you're gonna invite like the people you know to a chat group, and you send an invitation over there.
I like that.
That's not necessary to be like from the same alliance.
Okay, like a server, like a whole game-wide sea battle chat, just for people that we know would either they do play sea battle on a regular basis, or should I say they attempt to, and the players that would probably most likely want to participate in the tournament, is what you're saying, and get them all in that one chat.
Something like that.
Okay, I like that. Any other suggestions?
I think that's a pretty solid suggestion.
Yeah, agreed. I think that actually might make people excited, because they're like, damn, well, we wanted an in-game sea battle chat, now we kind of got one. I like that. Okay.
I think they have one like during sea battle, but I don't know about you guys. There's no way I'm able to communicate. I'm too busy trying to send my marches.
You don't have the time. You don't have the time for it.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, agreed.
Just be realistic.
As I mentioned, sea battle is a much of a smaller scale. So during sea battle, actually, we do not really get to communicate with each other in the game during the sea battle.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have time to.
all these other things like the strategies or the rules that everybody should be playing is actually done before they entering into the sea battle. If we're gonna do it during the sea battle, and why there's not a fixed good strategy, because sometimes we do not get a match of a team of 5 players. We probably, as what X and Vadim mentioned earlier, we match with other teams, other players. It might be player, it might be bot as well. I don't know, right?
It's a bot.
It might be other players. And they do not follow. They just do whatever they want. Right,
Yeah,
and as Smooth as as Smooth have went through it yesterday yourself, saying people idling in the mat, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty hard for us to really come up with a strategy for sea battle. It's not really easy.
Give you a signal, like whoever uses reconnaissance aircrafts, they are bots. Because you don't have time to use reconnaissance aircraft.
Yep, exactly.
That's funny. It's like, yeah, they're bots because nobody has time for that shit. 2 things really quick. Fuyang Hoang Hoi just joined the alliance. Interesting. Whenever I see new players joining the alliance, I'm kind of like, okay. All right. Well, welcome. So
I
I don't
really
know.
wish, like, before they would like join, I wish the game would give them an option to like change their name before that.
Yeah.
That way, we're not nagging on them.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Like we got one last night as well.
Well,
I was like,
they
"Welcome
should-
to the family. Please make a real name." I didn't hear anything
No,
back.
they
from
should just add a red dot next to the pen.
Yeah, give him a nickname. Okay, yeah. So
It's really very hard to co-op all these new players, and we don't want to sound like a nag, but I would like to stress on the importance of having your own game name in the game, so that we can recognize you as a player. We will know who we are talking to. And now it's practically all the new players will come in with the player numbering and then numeric number.
yes.
We wouldn't know whether are we talking to the right person.
Right.
No, I don't got time to say player 67912. Get over here or something.
Right. Exactly. Well, to be honest,
So
with you-
it's
go ahead,
important to
buddy.
have the name.
What'd you say?
I know. I mean, it's not too difficult to change your game name in the game.
Right.
Like, no, most people just don't know how to do it.
Yeah, that's why I was like, if they would just like during the chapters or like them like the tutorial, like just say, all right, now let's change your name, and then I feel like that would help.
Okay, you know why players know how to change their avatar? Because like there's a red dot each time after you unlock a new capital.
Yes, correct.
So you should just add a red dot next to the pen.
Yeah. True.
Or that.
True.
Or there's a chapter which it requires you to join an alliance, where it's prompting you to either start your alliance or join an alliance. Maybe during that stage, they have a quest for them to go and change their name.
You said they have a quest to change. Ooh, I like that. Yeah. Wait, guys. I
Right?
have a- Go ahead.
Because when we play the chapter, there will be a stage where we will be prompted to start our own alliance or join an alliance.
Yeah.
Chapter
Right.
6.
So-
No,
So
chapter
when you
4 or
come to
something.
the stage, they have to prompt the player to change their name in the chapter task.
In the past.
Okay, I just checked. It's chapter 6 where you're required to join an alliance.
Yeah, or just say like when you join an alliance, like you are required to change your name or something.
Yeah, that would be awesome. That would help out huge. I have a question for you guys. I tried to save my march just now, and when I hit save and dispatch, it says the number of Capo's troops is 0, unable to march.
You do not have enough troops. You look at the guy in the middle. He doesn't have troops.
Yeah, but how do I add the troops to him?
Change to matching priority, or like, is it power priority over there? You can change to matching priority.
Ah, nice. Okay. Sweet. Okay. I think that'll work now. All right. Thank you, dudes. I appreciate that. That's another. See, guys, I learn something new every day. And I do want to say, if one of you guys could try to remind me when we get out of here, I would love to do a video that is solely based on, like like remember we were talking about like quality of life stuff. Well, when I think about the other Mafia games that I played and the lack of game features that they didn't have that this game has, I feel like sometimes I feel like a spoiled brat when it comes to this type of game, because I came from a game that didn't have any, and I mean 0, quality of life things. Like you can't even save your march. Like there's no save march button at all. It's all manual from the day I started until now. And then when I click on Alliance, and I look at some of the quality of life features that we have in this game, I have to remind myself how good this game really is. First of all, you have your alliance announcement. Then you have the ability to actually schedule events in this game, and like it has like its own calendar thing, which I thought was absolutely amazing, right? Like when like one feature that I know my buddy Rex absolutely loves is there's a thing that allows you to hit like if you send family mail, there's a button on there that allows you to let the boss of the family know, hey, I read this mail. I might not have replied, but I read it. And that is huge because that tells the boss of the family, like, I'm not wasting my life sending mail that nobody's reading. There's so many quality of life things in this game, and I could spend an hour talking about all of them. So if one of you guys could remind me, add that to the schedule of topics, that would be great, because I think that's going to be a huge selling point for a lot of veteran Mafia, mobile Mafia game players. But that's neither here nor there. I just wanted to remind the team that I definitely want to do a video on that. But last but not least, let's talk about what some rewards that we could possibly get the devs to back as part of like the prizes for the tournament. What are some things you guys would like to see? And also Wraith says, I haven't played Sea Battle that much, but when I play I get randoms. But we'll start with Smash. What? What?
I said read what Lethal said.
Yeah, Lethal says give him free shit. But anyways, yeah, we'll start with Smash, then we'll go to Ash and Vadim. What are some things you guys would like to see given to the players by the devs for the first tournament prize?
Legendary couple medals.
I knew he was going to say that.
What did he say?
Legendary couple medals.
Oh gosh. You're so
I'm going to second that right away.
What else? What else? Because we know how the devs feel about this, but I agree. I agree that should definitely be a prize. And then also I want you guys to take into consideration a second place, third place, depending upon how many people we actually get to register for this tournament. For all we know, we could get a ton of players. We don't know, or we could get very few. But just keep in mind that we could have a second, third, fourth place, fifth place prizes, whatever it is. What are some things that could be possibilities, and some things that you probably think that will just not happen?
Legendary couple fragment.
I agree. I can't disagree with you. All right.
8-hour general speed ups.
Huh?
8-hour general speed ups.
Okay.
That or even legendary beauty medals.
Ooh. Okay.
I really do feel like the better the prizes, the more like attraction you'll bring to that event.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Hey, look, I'll tell you right now, I'm pushing for the most. All right, I'm trying to be the hostess with the mostest. And when it comes to hosting tournaments, I'm trying to give the players what they want, because you got to give the people what they want. So, what do you guys think about second, third place, fourth place? How should we break this down?
First place, 10 legendary couple medals. Second place, 5 legendary couple medals. Third place, 3 legendary couple medals. Fourth place, 10 legendary couple fragments. And so on.
I like that. I mean, I'm 100% with that. Wraith says we should be given a special portrait frame for the winner. That is 100% a fact. I think that would be awesome. And if that was the case, oh man, dude, that would make me very, very happy. I like the breakdown as far as, first place, second place, third place goes. I do think that, if we can get the devs to support this and they agree to the stuff that we came up with here today, I don't see why they would have a problem, obviously not giving us exactly what we asked for, but probably pretty similar, hopefully. And then I guess the other thing that this thing kind of poses is like, do we continue to do sea battle tournaments after this, or do we try and come up with something different and then circle back to sea battle? What do you guys think? Should we try and harp on the sea battle thing for a while, do more than one sea battle tournament, and then move on to something else? Or because I do think that this is just the beginning, and I do think that this game has a lot to offer in the ways of creativity for ourselves. Like, we could create our own tournaments, just keep creating them. And I do think that if the player base sees how much we care to the point where we're just creating our own stuff for them, like we're literally pulling events out of our asses and being like, look guys, we made this for you, like they're gonna start to realize how much we do care about the community, and I do think that they will rally around us. Whether or not the tournaments suck or not, they're going to see how much we care, and they're going to see the amount of effort that we're putting into this. But again, what other type of tournaments do you guys think is possible? I mean, we have a gathering event that we do in the other game, and that turns into like a cat and mouse of trying to steal each other's resources on tiles and stuff like that. I know that for me personally, I'm bringing players to this game from another game, and these players are used to being able to attack other players on resource tiles, and they're used to being able to have a competitive edge in the game. And I understand that this server is older than a lot of servers, but do you think that something like that would work in the older servers? Would certain players be willing to do cat and mouse type stuff on resource tiles? I don't know. You guys have a better idea than I do. I'll go with Smash, and then we'll go Ash, and then around.
All right. Speaking from past experience in my previous game, because when I came to server 6, it's already kind of like settled down. So what I did was in the previous thing, what we had was that players are not allowed to attack the players who is farming in their own turf. That means if you farm out of your own alliance territory, you can, as long as you are, this is the agreement between all the alliance in the kingdom. But as long as you are farming in your own territory, or you are farming in another alliance territory, you can get attacked. Let's say, for example, I'm in SDAM and I farm in GNE territory. I can get hit.
So do you think that players would be well receptive of an idea like this? It doesn't have to be exactly that, but just cat and mouse on resource tiles, attacking and stuff like that for tournament purposes?
What I can share is that even with this kind of rules set in place, there will still be rats trying their luck by farming in other alliance territory. Because they are unable to find the resource that they want in their own turf, they will tend to go use the search button, and then they might end up somewhere in other people's territory, and they will try to farm over there.
Okay. What about you, Ash? What do you think?
I think trying new events and just bringing more activity and new things to the game, I think would just help in general. Regarding your first statement, regarding the sea battle thing, I think implementing on that and trying to get that started and fixed would help with that certain event. And definitely other ideas or something we can come up with in the future. Definitely, we can always try that.
Okay. Awesome. What about you, Vadim? What do you think? You are the king of server 4. Talk to me.
So, from my experience, the cat and mouse under the current setup, basically any servers are one alliance space. I think this idea will not work. We can come up with some other event ideas. For example, you can have, I think another game. You can have players go I think it's called something like expedition event. You you can go to other servers and just get some kill scores, like a cross-server kill event. But I don't know how it works out here, but that game just has like it's called expedition, like just players from one server going into another server. So basically, you need to have your PC active when you're offline. So that's the thing.
Yeah, and again, I don't want to like make you guys think I'm specifically talking about this cat and mouse thing. I'm just saying in general there are things that we could create based off the things that we already have implemented in the game, right? So it doesn't have to be a resource fight, right? But I do think that there are enough things on here, maybe, and this is just an idea. Again, I don't have the experience, so I don't think that any of the things I'm saying here are specific. But we have mercenary bases, right? What if we had, this is just an example, 3 team leaders, and this is just an example, it would be Ash, Smash, and Vadim, and each team leader was doing mercenary bases while sharing their screens with their families, and it would be like the first family to clear, I don't know, so many mercenary bases or so many whatever, right? It's just a team effort where the team leaders are sharing their screen, and it's the first team to accomplish a certain amount of things. I don't know what those things would be, but it could definitely get creative with this.
I think using what resources we currently have is some ideas that you can have like I think to minimize like the hate, like
Yeah.
you can just like having people from different servers like on your team. So basically, you have to work together with someone from different servers.
I like that. I like that even better, to be honest with you.
So that improves cooperation. So like we all can work together.
I like that a lot, dude. Well, guys, I think we talked about a lot of things tonight, and I think we actually made some good headway on the whole tournament idea. And I'm definitely gonna get these ideas to our connect with the company, and I'm gonna see what we can come up with. But I don't want this to end here. If you guys are listening to this, you can find me in server 4. You can find me in server 6. I have accounts in server 7 and in server 8. So if you guys are in any of those servers, just look for me. You can send me a message there. I might not get to it immediately, but I'll definitely get to it. If you guys have not joined the official War Elite Discord, you can find the link in the description of this video. I want to thank ifun.com for sponsoring this content and sponsoring my channel. We really appreciate the love and support you guys have shown us since day one. And I also want to say thank you so much to the community for being so loving and accepting of the content and being so supportive. If you guys have not downloaded this game yet and you like what you see, we have the link for the Apple Play Store and the Android Play Store in the description of this video. So if you are going to download it, I would really appreciate it if you guys downloaded it from the link in the description of this video, because that lets ifun.com know that you guys like what we're doing and you found it here. Thank you so much for supporting us. I want to thank my co-hosts, Smash, Ash, and Vadim, for being here and supporting me like always. I cannot tell you how much it means to me to have you guys on like you guys have been, and I really hope that we can continue to make great content for the community. I hope you guys liked it. Hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already so you get notified every time we go live. Is there anything that you guys want to say to the people before we get out of here? We'll start with Smash and work our way around. Smash.
Sorry, just now I couldn't hear what you were saying. You was cut off.
Sorry, buddy. I was just saying, is there anything you want to say to the people before we get out of here?
Not much. Hopefully more people can join us in the sea battle, so I can start to work on my ranking in sea battle as well.
Yeah, you and me both, buddy. What about you, Ash?
My second Smash is comment, and just thanks everybody for watching, and until next time.
Go ahead, Vadim.
I just have the final thing to add. If you don't know anything, just ask, because there are very nice people everywhere just to answer your question.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the number one thing, guys. There's packs that you might be buying that we could give you better suggestions on packs to buy depending upon your play style and what you're actually looking for. There's a lot of things in the game that I'm learning every single day, and I cannot thank these guys enough for being here to teach not only me but also the entire community. This is valuable information, and I would say that we have 34 other episodes to reference with lots of great information from the Great Smash, the Great Ash, the Machiavellis to the Vadims. We have it all here, guys. We have the queens and kings of all the different servers here. This is nothing but royalty. We love you guys. Thank you so much. And until next time, peace. Another amazing episode in the books, y'all.
Right?
I was kind of distracted.
Were you sea battling?
Yeah, I'm battling someone from Silver 8, and I got massacred. I ran out of troops.
My dude is doing sea battle as we're talking crap about it.
Yeah, I was doing sea battle. I got